Hi everyone, I'm Katie McNaught, and I'm going to be doing a presentation on the brand and model of cameras to replace old technology at the CSU Art Department. So, the world of creative professions has always been competitive, and jobs have been few and far between. Often, in order to get ahead or even make an average salary, people pursuing these careers need to be some of the best in their field. The best way to do this is through practice. Though formal education isn't required for many creative professions, it's definitely helpful for individuals to receive the proper materials and practice they need in order to succeed in their work. Colorado State University's art program offers students a wide variety of mediums to choose to concentrate in and offers many different materials and machinery to excel in their work. One place where this is lacking, though, is in the photography department. The cameras offered in the WOLD for students to use is not only for photography concentrations, but also all the other art students, because they use all these cameras to photograph their work for portfolios or just to add another art medium to their work. So the selection of cameras available for students to check out or rent is pretty slim, with only pretty outdated technology from 2015 as the most recent that is available. This department needs an upgrade, but the question is to what? And with all the technology and different brands available these days, it's difficult to separate or choose one brand and model of camera over another. So I'll be going over the differences in brands and models and what my recommendation is based on the advantages and disadvantages of each. So students generally for professional quality photos need a camera with high resolution, a full frame crop sensor, easy usability, and at least 4K video capabilities. These are all qualities in a camera that you should look for students that goes to their expectations with professional quality without going completely overboard into something that isn't really necessary. So as far as what brand of camera to use, Nikon and Canon dominate the industry by far. Other camera brands like Sony, Fujifilm, and all the others don't even compare in terms of popularity. And this is mostly because they're both more streamlined products for their user needs, and their usability is more universal, which is what we're looking for. So of Nikon and Canon, the models that fulfill student requirements within a smaller budget is the Canon 5D Mark IV and the Nikon D750. So both of these cameras are DSLRs, which means they're a digital single lens reflection. That basically just means that they're a digital camera with a mirror inside. They're not a mirrorless camera. They have full frame crop sensors, which means that when you're taking a photo and looking through the camera, it's a larger area that you're looking at, so it's easier to see your subject and what you're taking a photo of. They have Wi-Fi capabilities, which means you can transfer images from the camera to other devices with Wi-Fi instead of having to hook it all up. It's a lot more convenient. They both include 4K video, which is what we're looking for, is photo and video. So it can take high quality photos and high quality videos. And they both have a resolution above 20 megapixels, so they're high resolution cameras that can get a lot of detail and really crisp images. However, they do differ a little bit. The Canon camera only has 30.4 megapixels as opposed to the Nikon, which only has 24.3. So the Canon is much sharper and much clearer images, but it is more expensive. It's $2,500 as opposed to the $1,300 for Nikon. This is due to the fact that the Canon camera was released in August 2016, so it's a bit newer than the Nikon camera, which was released in September of 2014. But the Canon camera is also more light sensitive, which means it can take photos in much darker light, much darker lighting situations, and just various situations in general. So it has an ISO of over 100,000 as opposed to Nikon, which is just over 50,000. And then finally, Canon also has 61 focus points, which is important if you're an artist and a professional photographer. You need a lot of focus points in order to be able to get the details and focus the camera on your subject where you mean to. So overall, my recommendation is the Canon 5D Mark IV because it's just slightly better for the long-term needs of students, and in the end it'll have to be upgraded less frequently than going with something that's a little more cheap. So this camera will be able to shoot in more situations, have a sharper image, and the technology is just generally better for usability and professionals, and used by more professionals and more updated. And here are my sources.